On today's video, I'll show you my current position with Cryptohopper, and also I'll give you a brand new configuration that you could set up on your side. I'll show you all the step-by-step on how you can do it to make your Cryptohopper successful. So let's start this right now. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here and you like making money in crypto, well, make sure you hit the subscribe button because this is the kind of content I cover on this channel. My name is Carl and I hope you are having a wonderful day. So today we'll be talking about Cryptohopper. By the way, if this is the first video you're watching on my channel about Cryptohopper, and you're just looking to have more information on what it is exactly, well, it's probably not the best video to start with, because on this video I'll be more going on technical aspect and how to fine-tune your setting to make your Cryptohopper work better. So if you want more detail about Cryptohopper, I'll put the link up here on the screen so you can have access to the playlist on all the previous video I did on Cryptohopper, so you can understand properly if you are just starting out. So with the last change we did from the last video last week, those configurations are working pretty good. The only thing, it's when the market is on the downside, the bot is not trading, and if it does trade and close with a negative trade, well, it's not as often, so which is good. And also we need to remember the bot cannot do 100% of positive trade all the time. So we just need to make sure that we have on a average a positive trade. So at the end of the day, we got positive result. So everything is working fine, I think, from that side. I know sometimes people was telling me their bot was not working as good, so I tried to dig in and I tried to figure it out. So what I did, I start using a completely different exchange. I was on Binance before and I switched to a Bitfinex account just to see if it would make a difference using a different exchange with maybe less volume to see if the result will be different. And I didn't really see any difference from that side. So I think the exchange itself doesn't really matter. Now the other question or the other aspect that I didn't try with is the package you're using with Cryptohopper. I'm using the Adventurer package, which has a 5-minute technical analysis, so it checks for opportunities every 5 minutes. If you're using the package at $19, that package only check at every 10 minutes. So I don't know if the 5-minute would make a big difference because I didn't try it. But that would be might be the only difference from my setting because I'm using on the 5-minute. So let me know if for you the results are not as high as mine. Let me know if you're using the package at $19, which check every 10 minutes to enter a position. So we'll just have a look. So if you remember last week, I was on the negative side. So I completely changed start using a different exchange. So by switching the exchange, automatically the stats, my old stat disappear. So I had to start fresh with new, but still I will show you all my current position so you know exactly where I am. And from there I'll be showing you a brand new configuration that I've been testing, which is also working pretty good. So let me show you. So right now, like I said, I'm currently testing a different configuration. So for the last days, the number changed a little bit, but what I did, my history is still there. So I will show you all my trade history so you can see. So I start with the new exchange. So that's the furthest I can go down on the 27th of February. And I trade with that setting, well, the same one I've been using now for the last couple of weeks up to here. So on this date, I start with a different setup. So that's why you see like manual and strategies here, but doesn't matter here. So it was from the 3rd and it starts on the 27th. So let me show you on the map, because I know when it's a downtrend, it's not as good. and when it's an uptrend, the percentage were very good. But just so we can see on the chart, so let's start from the 27. So on the 1 hour, I'm using the Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is the best one when you want to see how the market is performing in general. So let's say from the 27, it was around here. I started midday. So let's do this. So around here midday, I started, and I went up to the 4th. Right here. So as you can see, so that's the last week I've been using my setting just to make sure everything was still working fine. And as you can see, we had the downside here, a good upside here, downside here, and a good upside here. And even though that I had some good down and up, the profit from the trading bot was still pretty good. So if we look at here, let's change this to sell only, so we don't need to see the buy. Search. So as you can see, for the last week, all my trade was positive, and some of them was very big because we had a big uptrend right here. So every position that was going in, so as we can see, MACD, so we know we currently using the configuration with the MACD setting when it buy. So we had the MACD on blue line here, which means was an uptrend, and then it was also waiting for the EME to turn with the green at the top right here. So most of the trade was entered right here, and it was rising up all the way up to here. So anywhere there that you took your profit, maybe your trailing stop loss kicked in somewhere around here, but a lot of those coins had a very good trend. So that's probably well, that is why we had maybe very high profit in this area. But all my trade was positive, so it did work pretty good. And I even took a screenshot of my profit when I started, just to make sure, because since I'm currently using a different strategy, just to show you, this is where I was at, almost 12%. But anyway, it's just to give you an idea of what kind of result I got. So that strategy you're using, it's all good, it's working fine. You will get negative. It happened now. I was mostly getting positive, which is I was very lucky for this part. But it's normally that you would probably get at least maybe 20 to 25% of all your trade will be negative. So you might have like 10, 15 trade in the green, and then you'll get 4, 5, 6 in a row that will be negative, and then it start moving up and down again. But 3/4 of your trade should stay green. So just make sure that you keep an eye on it. And if you see too many green or too many red, just change your trailing stop loss to make it a little bit lower. So trailing stop loss would be right here, config, base config, and then you go to your trailing stop loss and you change this number right here. So don't look at those numbers, because I'm currently testing a brand new strategy I'll be talking to you about on the next video, probably next week. But anyway, at this point your trailing stop loss harm should be probably around 3-4%, maybe 5%, and your trailing stop loss, try to go somewhere in between the 0 and this number. So if you put 5 here, well, put around maybe 2.5 here. If you had 4 here, put around 2% here. So that should work pretty good. If you see you're getting more red than green, well, try to lower this number a little bit, when the trailing stop loss arm, so it can pick up your profit. Now let me show you a brand new configuration I've been testing now for a while. That configuration, what it does a lot of trade per day. You'll see if you want to try it. It will the amount of trade that you will get in a day will increase. The profit, if you compare to this current strategy, will be a little bit lower, but you'll get more down the road. So let me show you. First of all, it's trading on the 30-minute chart, so it responds a lot quicker on price action when the price start to move up or down, first thing. And second thing, like I said, it will do more trade more often in a day. So I've been trying this strategy now for 1 week, and it's been working pretty good. Let me show you actually the result before we go to the setting. So let me go to the statistic right here that I just created, so it will be easier to understand. So I tried this strategy for 6 days, so right here, and this is my chart right here. So as you can see, and by the way, this is just my simulator, so the amount are just fake. It was just to see how it was performing. So I was starting with $4,725 and up to the 3rd, which is the last day that I was testing that strategy. I was over 5,000. Actually, I was like 5,099 here, and then the next day drop a little bit, 5,034. So it's performing pretty well, and my profit I can show you. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on 6 days. So I had like 0.2, 0, 2.73, 92.92, 0.46, and 0.12. So I put that in the chart so you can understand. So I started on the 25th, and it was up to March 3rd. So it was during 6 days that I've been trying the strategies. And as you can see, I put all the profit in here. So my daily average, if you do the average on all those, was 74.74% per day, which is about 5% per week. So it's pretty good as far as result. And let me show you. Then again, it's good to know strategy doesn't work only when the market is on the uptrend. It has to work also when it's going down, or if it's just ranging, like moving sideways. So it was from the 25th. So if we go back right here, and I go here, so the 25th was right here. It was 25th midday, so probably somewhere around here. Up to the 3rd right here. So as we can see, the market was not on any uptrend, was no big increase or nothing like that. So we have the downtrend here. We had like just sideways market, so it was ranging, then a little bit down here. So basically from here to there, almost half the chart, it was going down, and then it started to go back up on this side. So when I test that strategy, the market was not just going on the uptrend, so it was working pretty good. So if we go back to the dashboard, and then let's go back to the trade history, and let's do a search only for the sell with those specific dates. So it was on the 25th up to right here, and I started this at 9 at night, and I stopped it at 10 o'clock. Apply and search. So let's go at the beginning. Alright, so I started the strategy right here on the 25th, and as you can see, this is all my trailing stop loss trade that the bot took. So as you can see, some of them are smaller. I've got 0.66, 69, 0.98, 0.94, 0.68. So they're all small trade, but they really happen very frequently. If you look at the time, and they're all different kind of coin also. So yes, I got a few negative here, which is fine, and then I got positive. So I do have a lot of positive. One negative here, and usually when you see it got negative, it got sold by the strategy. It means that the percentage was not picked up by the trailing stop loss, and after a while the price start to go down, but before it go down too low, the strategy will sell, so you will have a loss, but smaller. So as you can see, I do have a lot of green for this strategy. So I have a few red, but most of them are green. So this strategy is working pretty good using this kind of setup. And as you can see, there is a lot of trade. So they're smaller, but you're gonna have more profit. So by the end of the week or by the end of the month, probably your overall will be higher. So let me show you what I did exactly for this strategy if you want to try it. And by the way guys, I'm not asking anything in return, so if you think that's valuable for you, the only thing I'm asking you is just a like button on this video. So what I did, first of all, let's go to the strategy. So for this one, you're gonna have to create a brand new strategy. So you're gonna have to click right here, create new strategy. Mine is already created, so let's go directly, where are you? Right here. So for the strategy, there are 3 indicators that we will be using. So let's start with the first one, which is a buy indicator, which is the EMA. So you go here, indicator, search for EMA, and it will be this one right here, exponential moving average. So let's click on it. All right, so you're gonna use chart period 30 minutes, make sure it's buy, necessary signal, put the check mark, and you're gonna change the short period to 8, long period to 16, and keep signal for 8 candle. Okay, so make sure you put those settings, and then you're gonna go again, indicator, and this one will be using the MACD. So all you have to do is type MACD right here, go to setting, 30 minutes again, buy, make sure necessary signal, fast period 12, slow period 26, and signal period 18. Keep signal for 6 candle. Close this. And last one, EMA indicator. Type EMA again. Select this one. And then you go 30 minutes. Change this to sell. Necessary signal 8, 16, and do not keep signal, and close. So you should have exactly like this. So make sure it's all 30 minutes, and we all put the necessary signal right here. So it means for the strategy to apply, all the signal for the buy are required. So here, this place, I know some of you have been asking me, it's not necessary. This thing only apply if I would put like 2 signal, not necessary. So I could just remove the here, or I can go here and just remove the check mark. So any one of those 2 that would trigger the action, it would be like the first one of the 2. So, but for us, this thing, we don't use it because we make sure that both buy signal are required. So make sure you save. So you click save right here, put a name. So whatever name you want to make it. So you remember what's the name, and just save it. So this is all done. Your strategy is done. Now we have to go back to the config, go back to your base config. Well, let me go through all the setting basically. So order type, make sure it's market, maximum open time buy, put it at 4 minutes. That's pretty much standard. Maximum open position, that's up to you, how many position you would like to have open at the maximum. So I put 12. And the maximum percentage open position, I prefer to have 1 position open per coin. So just make sure you slide this here for 1 position. Enable cooldown. The cooldown is pretty important for this one. So only when there's a buy, have a cooldown period of 60 minutes. And then again, one open buy order per coin only. Coin in amount, that's a personal choice. I prefer to use coin that have a lot of volume. Or coin that I really know about. So you can use any of those, any of the coin that you would prefer to use. And this is the amount. So what would be the minimum amount that you would like to buy to enter a position? And don't forget, this is my simulator. So my estimated buy amount, they are about at $500 every time they buy into a position, and I put a minimum of 200. So let's say my balance is currently, let's say $400. Well, the bot cannot buy the 500, so it'll go make sure that it can at least go to the minimum of $200. Strategy right here. So make sure you change the strategy to the one you just created, so make sure it's the right one. And number of target to buy, you can put anything you want, so that would be the how many target it would buy if it sees a lot at the same time. So I put it to 3. Trailing stop buy, you could use it. I've been testing out for a while and it does make a small difference. So just enable it and put somewhere like 0.2, 0.3%. That's good enough. Sell setting, you could put here take profit at 30%. That's just in case if for some reason you see a wick, just like the price just start to skyrocket. Usually when they go really high fast, they'll go down also very quickly. So at 30%, just in case that the profits start moving up really fast, well, it will catch up if it touch the 30%. Sell strategies, so sell based on strategies, so that's a good setting. Also stop loss, you can change your stop loss at 10% for this one, because you're since we're using a quicker time frame, we can lower a little bit the stop loss right here. Trailing stop loss, this thing has to be also not too high because we're trading on the 30-minute chart, so it's smaller profit we are making. So if you want to stay in profit, make sure this number is low enough. So 2% it would be the maximum I would go. You could probably go at 1.7, 1.8 if you want to make a little bit more profit, smaller but more profit. But I think at 2% it's working pretty fine. And I put the trailing stop loss at 1.5%. Why I put it higher? Because I realized sometime on the chart, let's say I remove this. So let's say I'll go on the 30 minutes so you understand. So let's say I enter a position. Let's see, probably right here would be a good example. So as you can see, my EMA is crossing right here. My MACD is also positive, so the bot would take a trade right here. So if it start to go up, the price go up, then go back down, go up, go back down. So if you put your trailing stop loss, let's say too low, like right now I'm at 1.5%. So let's see what it does exactly. So as we can see, I'm entering a trade right here, so it's going down here, it starts making profit. So let's say I enter position right here and I'm telling my bot to activate the trailing stop loss at 2%, which would be right here. Okay, so anything from here it would activate, but let's say from here, now the price on the next 15 minutes it start to go down. So let's say from here, if I go down and the wick goes up to, see if you look right here, that's the bottom of the wick. It's 1.20, almost 1.19%. So if you put your trailing stop loss, let's say at 1%, well, it would have sold right here. That's it. But since I put mine at 1.5%, Well, it didn't kick in yet. It's just waiting. And as you can see, the next week it's positive, and then it's keep going back up. So I would get all this profit. So if you put your trailing stop loss too low, you would make a profit, no problem there, but your profit will be smaller, and you just lost an opportunity to make more money. But it's very important to have your stop loss. Let's see right here. Let's measure this if that would have been a positive. So let's say turn probably here, and it goes up to 1.443%. See, I put my trailing stop loss at 2%, so this one would have been a small loss, which is fine. So that's why you have to make sure that your trailing stop loss is not activated too high, so you want to pick up some of those profit. But this is all going on the downside. As you can see, when the red is on top, it's mean the EMA is on a downtrend, so your bot won't trade. Same thing as we can see right now, MACD, it's on the downtrend. So all this, using the strategy I just showed you, nothing would happen right here. And see, it start to change right here, so that we probably would have take a position right here. So let's say right here, he enter a position, 2% for the trailing stop loss to kick in. So I'm already at 240%, and then from here it go back down at 0.91. So I would have sold, right? So it go 248, so it would have sold at 1%. So yeah, I probably would sold right here. So I still make 1% profit, which is good. So this is the reason why for the trailing stop loss, make it not too high, and this one you can increase it a little bit, so you have a better opportunity to make higher gain. And all the rest, nothing changed. So this is disabled, this is disabled, and this is disabled also. Make sure you save your setting when you are done, and that's it. So you will see your bot will start trading. So right now the market, it's been going down for the last so that was this morning. So yeah, so for probably the last 6 or 8 hours, the market, it's been going down right now. So this is current, this is right now. So my bot, it haven't traded a lot since, but also yesterday I did try, I did change a small setting just to see if it would help, but it was on the negative, just to show you quickly so you don't think I'm hiding anything. So as you can see, all those one are negative, and I'll show you why. So what I did, as you can see, my I was trying on the 15-minute chart, but it was not working very good at all. So that's why for my stat, I was removing those from the date, so it didn't confuse or change my configuration. But all those one was negative because my setting was just wrong. And then yesterday I changed it back to the setting I just showed you, and it started trading green again, like this one right here. So yeah, all those one was using the different strategy, and it was not working very good. But anyway, but right now I'm on the right strategy. So as you can see, the last 2 trade came up positive, and also this one just it's still positive like 2 hours ago. So let me show you live very quickly how this one has been performing. So that was XTZ 2 hours ago, XTZ 2 hours ago, and I'm using the 30-minute chart. So as you can see, MACD is crossing, EMA is crossing, so probably my trade was somewhere around here, went up to 3.37%. The trailing stop loss kicked in at 2%. Now it's just waiting for 1.5% to go below the highest price. So 3.43, it will wait to go down, and you'll see until when it will reach 1.5% below the highest, it will sell. So as you can see right now for this trade, I'm fully positive. So, and if you want to see if your trailing stop loss did kicked in, just go here to info and go here to setting and look at the trailing stop loss. So if it's not activated, it will say not activated yet. But right now it is activated, and the rate right now to sell is $3.77. But if it keep going up, this number will change and adjust itself. And by the way, the chart I'm using, some people have been asking me, it's called TradingView. It's totally free. You can use it. I'll put the link in the description. If you just need to click on it if you want to access the system. You can register a free account. It's totally free. There's no charge for that. But they also have very good package, monthly package if you want to get something more advanced. But personally, I still use the free version, and it's working perfectly for me. So that's it. I hope you did like this information, and guys, don't forget, this is just for educational purpose. For me, cryptos, it's a passion. I've been in crypto for over 4 years now. I'm not an expert with Cryptohopper. I'm not a financial advisor. So my goal here is just to give you some good content and educational information, and I'm not asking anything in return. So if you did think this information was valuable for you, I'm just asking to give me a thumbs up. So give me a like on this video. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, well, make sure you subscribe if you don't want to miss any of my future video. So that's it for me. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you very soon on the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.